Have you ever wondered if it's possible to naturally reverse diabetes? Imagine if I told you that by eliminating certain foods you eat every day, you could potentially reverse diabetes by 90%. Type 2 diabetes, where the body struggles to use insulin effectively, is becoming more widespread in the U.S. Over 35 million individuals are affected by this condition, and many are diagnosed at a young age, sometimes even during their teenage years. Although diabetes doesn't have a definitive cure, research suggests that some individuals might be able to reverse it by removing specific foods from their diet. But what types of foods should you avoid? In today's video, we're revealing 11 foods you should stop consuming today to naturally reverse diabetes. Stick around until the end, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Do you have diabetes? Where are you tuning in from? After watching, leave a comment below. Now, let's dive into the foods that you should cut out if you want to manage diabetes effectively. Sometimes, things that seem harmless can actually be surprisingly harmful, while not everything that appears bad is truly a problem. 1. Flavored yogurt. Many people love starting their mornings with a bowl of yogurt and granola, but if you have diabetes, you need to be cautious about the yogurt you select at the store. Plain yogurt is good for managing diabetes, but flavored yogurts tell a different story. Around 60% of their calories come from added sugars. That's no longer yogurt. It's a dessert disguised as a health food. The marketing is clever, with companies adding a hint of fruit to make it look healthy, but your body only registers the heavy sugar intake. 2. Sugary drinks. One of the most obvious culprits might surprise you in its magnitude. A single can of soda has around 40 grams of carbohydrates, almost a full day's allowance for someone trying to manage diabetes. Just one drink can use up your entire carb limit for a meal. What's particularly interesting is how the body reacts to liquid sugar differently from solid foods. Drinking a sugary beverage is like sending glucose directly into your bloodstream, with no fiber, no protein, to slow down the absorption. Your blood sugar spikes instantly. According to a study by the American Diabetes Association, daily consumption of diet soda is associated with a 36% greater risk of developing metabolic syndrome and a 67% increased risk of type 2 diabetes compared to those who abstain. 3. Processed snacks. What's notable about processed snacks isn't just their high carbohydrate content. They're engineered to be addictive. Companies invest millions in perfecting a mix of salt, sugar, and fat to make these snacks irresistible. Eating something like a pretzel or a cracker does more than add carbs to your diet. It sets off a chain reaction of hormonal changes that can disrupt blood sugar regulation. 4. Trans fats. Trans fats are especially tricky since they aren't found in nature. They're a product of industrial processing. When you see partially hydrogenated on a label, you're looking at something lab-made. Your body isn't biologically equipped to handle these substances. The link to diabetes isn't immediate. Trans fats don't spike blood sugar right away. Instead, they lead to inflammation and insulin resistance over time, undermining your body's ability to manage sugar. The American Diabetes Association recommends focusing on monounsaturated and polyunsaturated fats, which help lower LDL cholesterol and reduce the risk of heart disease and stroke. 5. White foods. White bread, white rice, and white pasta are what we call naked carbs. Their high glycemic index comes from how they're processed. The fibrous bran and nutrient-rich germ are stripped away, leaving only the starchy endosperm. This refined product lacks fiber, which plays a crucial role in slowing the digestion and absorption of carbs. Without fiber, blood sugar can spike quickly after consuming these foods. 6. Breakfast cereals. The cereal aisle is a prime example of where nutrition meets marketing. Many cereals branded as healthy contain more sugar than a dessert. A bowl of granola can even have more sugar than a candy bar. This is particularly concerning because most people eat cereal first thing in the morning, precisely when their blood sugar control is at its most vulnerable. 7. Dried fruits. This might be counterintuitive. While fresh fruits are generally okay for most diabetics, dried fruits are a different story. They're essentially concentrated sugar with no water content. A cup of grapes contains around 27 grams of sugar, whereas the same amount of raisins has 145 grams. The sugar content hasn't changed, it's just been condensed. Your body doesn't differentiate between the sugar in raisins and that in candy. Before we proceed, I have some exciting news. We now offer channel membership. As a member, you'll pay a small monthly fee and get exclusive perks like early access to videos, priority comment replies, members-only content, polls, quizzes, and special emojis and badges. It's a great way to support the channel and engage with us more deeply. Click the Join button to become part of this community. 8. Fancy coffee drinks. Coffee itself is actually beneficial for diabetes prevention, but what's called a coffee drink today often barely resembles coffee. A caramel macchiato can have 60 grams of carbs, more than many desserts. The real issue isn't just the sugar. It's that these drinks aren't seen as occasional treats, but rather as everyday indulgences. 9. French fries. While potatoes aren't inherently bad, deep frying them creates harmful compounds like acrylamides that encourage inflammation and insulin resistance. Cooking methods make a significant difference. A boiled potato impacts blood sugar far less than a fried one. The longer a potato is boiled, the lower its glycemic index. 10. Orange juice. Many believe that fruit juice is as healthy as eating the fruit itself. But while juices can provide vitamins, they're often high in sugars, calories, and carbohydrates. For those managing type 2 diabetes, it's best to avoid fruit juices to prevent any health complications. 11. Baked goods and pastries. Baked goods are loaded with refined carbs and sugars, which are especially problematic for diabetics. They typically contain white flour, sugar, and unhealthy fats, leading to rapid blood sugar spikes. The combination of high sugar and refined flour, which lacks fiber, makes it hard to stabilize glucose levels, while the empty calories offer little nutritional value. Effectively managing diabetes requires closely monitoring your diet, as some foods significantly impact blood sugar levels. Avoiding the items on this list can help maintain stable glucose and lower the risk of complications. Choosing healthier alternatives, like whole grains, lean proteins, fresh veggies, and low-fat or plant-based options, can boost diabetes management and overall health. Always consult with healthcare professionals for dietary advice tailored to your needs. A balanced, nutrient-rich diet not only stabilizes blood sugar, but also enhances your well-being. By making smart food choices and incorporating healthier options, you can take control of your diabetes and live a healthier, more balanced life. Do you often eat any of these foods? Leave a comment below. If this video was helpful, type yes in the comments. Don't forget to check out these 2 videos we've picked just for you. Thanks for watching.